stream here on VCN Virtual Cycling News. I'm Mike Lister and I'm going to be doing a race on Virtupro today. So this is a platform that I've not really explored too much before, so it's going to be a little bit of a get to know it for me and for you guys, hopefully. This is just actually one of many online platforms that are out there. It's been in beta for quite a while. There's been a single player mode where you can race and ride with a lot of virtual bots, a peloton of 176 riders, and now they're looking to implement multiplayer mode, which is still in the beta stage. So this is very much helping them with their testing. Might be a few glitches, but we're aware of that. So if it does go wrong, we're just going to roll with it, and hopefully it will go smoothly and it will be fun. So just gone through all this setup stuff today because I'm just going to jump into the racing setup. So once you come into it, I'll just take you back to the main screen. This is the main screen that you see. You can see down here, bottom right, start race, and then online race. And as you can see, it's in beta mode. And then Virtupro basic event. So 4 steps, 4 stages. Today is stage 4 of 4. So you click on that, and you can see here there's a little countdown in the bottom right hand corner. It's currently gone red. Normally it's white as it's counting down. So when you're on this screen, this tells you there's no sign up button. You don't click sign up to event like you do in Swift or RGT. You just come to this page and it's counting down, and you'll see in a second it's going to switch to a new screen, and that's going to give me the option then to join the event. So today we're going to be on the Paris Champs Elysees course. See there, the screen's changed. I can now join now. This button becomes available, and it now gives me 10 minutes to join the race. Now that's actually 10 minutes until the start of the race. As you can see in the bottom left, it says players are warming up. So if I click join now, what this does is actually takes me to one of the courses within the Virtupro setup, and that is the Albertville course. I'm just going to keep pedaling a little bit. Just turn the pedals over. It's loading up. Here's a pedal, bars loading up to 100%. Here we are then. So this is me now within Albertville. See here, look at the screen, we've got warm up, 5 minutes 15 seconds. That yellow progress bar, have to go across from left to right. It does that. 5 minutes until the race begins. And at that point, I'll get transported across to the Champs Elysees, where I will then begin the race. I did do the start of the race yesterday just to see what the process was like before I could get the equivalent for today. It wasn't a complete gas tank. Over here on the left side here, the left foot, right foot, 10, see the maximum 10. Right, this is a warm-up area. See, it's just a bit extra. That's playing during the race. As I understand it, that will be all players, all riders within the event. What happens is riders are actually categorised from A to D, and it's sometimes a little bit further to customizing. And once you get a number of riders signed up, they're then divided into these races. There could be 3 or 4 or 5 different races going on at the same time, simultaneously. Riders of similar ability are placed into a race. Possibly won't end up with an A versus a B unless they're very few riders. Hopefully give opportunities for fair racing, fairly equal racing. You can end up, what I've read, A to B percent, that's what they say, maybe 3 sign-ups. But it's a complex for that key rider to score real points if they're going to play rider racing. So this is graphic, really nice. Heart rate up there, cadence. Good player. I got a year to take. Now this is I've seen this change to the feel here with the must be gradient down right here you've got distance shape, the flag, finish. Right hand side, this is 2 things. So it does give you reminder of how big that stuff. There is no elevation right now. Very poor elevation. David, under here is the full profile. Start line. And that's because on Virtupro there is no trainer difficulty. Everything is set at 100%. But like Switch with RGT where you can change it depending on your gears, everything's 100%, so you do have to use your gears a lot more on Virtupro. You can probably hear there's a little bit of background noise as well. Here there's coming from the game, the breathing of the avatar. Go past people, you can hear people cheering as well. Then I've got 12 riders currently online. I'm really not sure how this race is going to go. It's only 11 kilometres, could be quite fast. I should probably just talk a little bit about how the races are set up. So you're not just riding against other riders, it's not like Rift where you're just race against humans. You're actually in a team of AI bots, and you control the bots, you're the team leader. So I'm actually going to race it, and in the assigned team I'm going to have 7 teammates to help me. I can give them command as well during the race. I can tell them to protect me, set a high tempo pace, or attack. So we'll try and do that in the race and see if we can, because it's 11 kilometre race, it's quite a quick race, so I'll have to concentrate on not have any moments left to show me exact. But then the other human players, they'll also be assigned to virtual teams as well, so they'll also have that option. We'll start, the race will be 176 riders, a full-size peloton, and then some of those teams will have human riders involved. Ad bots, AI, they do create a sense of control of themselves as well. There are a few, to show you some of the camera angles. So this is in the sort of third person mode. There's a higher drone mode here. So that's Shift F6 on the keyboard. Shift F7 takes you back down to third person mode. Shift F8 is this helicopter mode. It gives you a really nice view over the scenery. I'm in the trees there somewhere. Sometimes it's not always that useful, but it's actually quite a long way out. So it's great in cinematics when you're just cruising around. I'm not sure how useful that'll be in the race, but we'll try and give it a go, see what Paris looks like. And then using the spacebar, look behind you. The only thing I will say with the spacebar and looking behind is it's a tap to look right behind and a tap to bring it back. It's not like other platforms where you press it, you have a little look over your shoulder, 3 seconds later it comes back to the front, you have to tap it again. It's a double tap to return to that front view. I can see benefits of both, but just want to be mindful of it. It's pretty big. 20 seconds and still looking behind you, not wondering why that is. So this is on the low quality graphic settings, which feels pretty good. I can't switch between the different graphic settings once you're running the program. But as part of the beta testing for the events, they have asked that we run it on the low settings. So yeah, I think it looks pretty good even on this quality. And I'd say that the quality is comparable to Iron Horse over on RGT. Certainly more realistic than Swift. Looks like it's locked down here though, there's not many people in those bars on the right hand side getting much support. Looks like there are people later on, maybe that's the nature of the graphic settings that they turn off some of the crowd people so that you can't reduce the computer load, make it a bit smoother to run. Alongside the river, let's look like we are back in the helicopter mode. Possibly I don't know, to the road. Sweeping around. Rolling mode. So I've got 40 seconds left. That's my warm up. See the bars almost completed. Over to Paris for the start of the race. It will be pretty difficult. Next to my trainer. Going up. Right, 10 seconds to go, then I'm going to switch back. Oh, I missed it. I'm going to switch back. Right, so 11.2 kilometres then, 17 metres climbing. There we are, and so I'm on Agrigo Global. My poor French accent there. But you can see the names there. It's actually it's a bit like in the old days of FIFA and Pro Evo. None of the rider names are the official rider names, but they're very similar. So, here we go then. Get ready. Go. So, oh, a bit of congestion there at the start. There goes the commissaire car up the road. I've got myself into first place. Let's quickly push A, you can see there's the option to attack to a high pace. Stay protect. Get my teammates on me. And I'm going to do the same here. So there's 4 players, 4 human players on the left hand side. I'm currently 4. We have the groups splitting up. That's all spread out across the road. Alex spared the breathe. A little bit up the road then. Right hander. There doesn't appear to be much auto braking in this. A bit like RGT. Oh, sorry, not like RGT. But it does take more of a racing line. See the green arrows, and actually I can, using the keyboard, go on my rider. So a little bit of, if you get too close, you can crash into the barriers. I think I got a little bit. Whoa, what's going on there? Just then. Right. See in the top right hand corner, it's the sprint section coming up 3 kilometres. Get some points for that. We come across the river, hit the tunnel under the loom. Push up here then. The wiggly. It'll be red kite then. And we're back up the road. Through the start finish line. Flat. Yeah. Look up a bit. The AI is a bit jumpy. Spread out. I did read on this scale. Decided just feel a little bit squashed. I've ridden this course on Swift and RGT. So coming up to the sprint point then. Looks like I'm in fourth place. That was humid at the minute. Feel like that. Right, pushing on the left hand side. Got 5k to go. Stop there. To go. Not quite halfway yet. There's 4 line riders in this race. Not quite sure how many overall. I think there was at least 12 in the warm-up. I didn't see before we actually joined the race how many were showing. So the 3 group riders are 2 group riders. Swimming riders are mostly off the front end. On the peloton. Get my teammates with me. Get them to increase the pace. See what happens. Yeah, you can turn the sound down. There isn't some ambient noise though. Little ramp. I don't know how many laps I've got left to do, maybe 2. Yeah, so you can just see on the profile there's a little bit where the tunnel is. Got 2 more to go. I guess it helps with the scale of modelling to shrink it down. Cool. Well, quite hard to spot the draft when you're in it. I get my team to do a high pace. Not sure what that's done. Let's try and attack. Going up on the right hand side. Picking up. High tempo. Not much cruising. Oh, is that the draft indicator at the top left? Flag with a percentage. Oh, maybe that's the draft. Oh, that last ramp was hard. So, the last lap then. Got a long way back. The peloton. Push on a bit. I don't think I'm going to trouble the scorers today. Oh, they finished already. Kilometre to go. I'm going to roll across in 174th then. Oh. Oh, that was hard. Oh. Right. So 174th of 176. Not quite the wooden spoon, Riley, but yeah, credit. I was in the bunch. Just eased off at the end there. That's the overall classification. That's the sprints. No points for me there. Stefan Christensen getting 67 points. No mountain sprints. This is our combativity award. The time spent off the front, I guess. Christensen now picking up 7 kilometres in the win. And then team difference. Pretty much everyone at 135, apart from those 3 teams at the front with humans in. With my team performance, all of us within the peloton. So there's my stat. Power to weight 3.65, not very high for me. Got a bit more to give than that. 288 average. All right, well, yeah, first time on this stage, 664 points towards the overall. So go to event overview. So yeah, you can see there I missed the first race. The bay race, did a little bit of that, but then I just to see what the event was like, but dropped out. Missed the race this morning. There I am. So this is. So I think you can view my race, which was obviously just the 4 of us in there. But then it shows everybody. So currently I'm 7th out of everybody there. The riders picking up some points. So I think the rankings work. If you're in a higher category, you've got a chance to get more points overall. A few other riders there. 0 point at the moment. Right, well, yeah, that was an interesting race. That was, I'd say, the first time I sort of raced properly. Certainly interesting looking at the way it is a 1/5 scale. You can see how at the end there the red flag was actually only 200 meters from the end. I think that's to do with modelling the worlds so they can get more detail in. That was 5 times bigger. That's a lot more modelling to make, but it gives a nice overview and something to look at whilst you're racing. But having raced on the Champs Elysees on Swift and also on RGT on a Magic Road, it was a bit unusual. That was a lot shorter. But we did do a kilometre race. It's going up and down, quite a little bit unusual. But it was nice scenery, so that was really good. It was quite hard to tell the drafting. It did appear that there's that little indicator up in the corner, which suggests that I was getting sort of 90 to 100% draft whilst I was in the peloton, but I still felt like I was working quite hard. We were riding at 288 watts average, so that was certainly interesting. So yeah, I definitely would jump back on and give it another go. I think maybe on a less familiar location, it might feel a little bit less odd. I will say that, because knowing the Champs Elysees, they haven't been there a few times, I haven't watched the Tour de France there, it is quite unusual suddenly doing a 2 kilometre lap around it. But on a perhaps Roubaix, where it's 50 kilometres of racing out in the countryside, you probably would have noticed that it's not the real overall Roubaix course, for example. So I could see how that would work on a longer sort of point-to-point race as opposed to sort of circuit races, or just places that you're less familiar with. So I would recommend having a go on Virtupro. Obviously, offer something a little bit different. That's what we look for in our platforms. Jumping between different ones. If they're all the same, then you're just going to stick on one. So there's no point in all being the same. I will try some more races on this. As I mentioned at the start, this is beta race mode, so they are testing things. Certainly felt a little bit as well with some of the AI bots there. They were sort of jumping forward a little bit, which was a little bit unusual. But that's all being tweaked. So hopefully they're getting some good feedback, useful feedback and data from these rides. There is an online form that they ask riders to fill out after the event with their feedback. But it all worked. We got to the end of the race. I did the warm-up. That was really nice, actually, going to a virtual warm-up, doing a few laps. Maybe it could be on a shorter course, so you can see some of the other riders. And then you get taken to the event literally like 5 seconds before, which maybe 30 seconds before, just so you get a moment just to sort of prep yourself beforehand, and then the race gets underway. But I thought that's a really nice feature. I'm not sure if that also uploads to Strava, the warm-up. I know that the race does, so as soon as we came to this end screen, I got a notification on my watch saying Strava has been uploaded. So I'll go check that out in a moment. Well guys, there you go, that's our first race on Virtupro. Hope you enjoyed the footage and the coverage. Thanks a lot for watching, and please do leave some comments if you've got questions, and I'll try and get them answered. And please subscribe to the channel, because we will be back on Virtupro later on in the new year. Alright, great. Thanks a lot everyone. Enjoy the rest of your holidays. See you all again very soon.